everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a video that was requested by 2 different people in the comments. I was asked to go through and show some of my favorite cards. So, I think this is going to have to be split up into multiple videos. I have already shown my PSA cards, and since some of my favorite cards are the ones that are PSA graded, I'm going to leave those out so it's not too repetitive. But the reason I think it's going to need to be split up is because we have probably 10 binders full of cards. So these are cards that I have set out on display. They're not in the binders. I would have to go through and take things out and tab them to make sure that they get put back where they're supposed to in a timely fashion. So I think I might save that that long part for a live stream, or I might do a different video that has where I go through maybe one binder at a time, because we don't use the binder with pages built in. We just use the regular 1.5" 3-ring binders with the pages put in. So these cards I'm going to go through. Hopefully it won't take too long. I can get to be quite talky when it comes to cards like this. So these are in no particular order. Some I have sentimental reasons for liking, some I just think are pretty. So here we go. This is a newer card. One of my favorites. It is a Niligo GX from Crimson Invasion. This is one of the first full arts that I ever pulled out of a pack, and I was so excited because it was textured and it was cool, and it's still amazing. It's a beautiful card. It's not worth hardly anything. So a lot of the cards that I really love, they're not loved because they're expensive. I like the way they look. I have a connection with the Pokemon, you know, whatever, however you want to put it. But that's one of my favorites because it was one of the first like super cool cards that I pulled as an adult. Now these two I know I have shown before, but because they're not PSA, I went ahead because of the reflection. Our only 2 holo shadowless. We have a Magneton shadowless from base set and a Mewtwo shadowless from the base set. Both of them are kind of pricey for single cards. Not nearly as pricey as what a Charizard from basically any set would run you, but they're both cards that we got in mystery pack, so it's very exciting to pull. Here we go. This is a first edition Scyther from Jungle. This has been posted on my Instagram page. I've talked about it before on stream, but this is one of my favorite cards because I just love Scyther. He is one of the very few bug types that I ever liked in the games. He was always hard to catch. It was always a huge prize. And I think in one of the games when I was younger, you could win enough coins through like a casino, playing slot games to win him. And it was just the most exciting thing in the world when you could get a Scyther in one of the Game Boy games. And it's also one of my favorites because one of the only vintage sealed packs we have is a first edition Jungle pack with the Scyther pack art. So we display that next to the pack, and it just is like a feeling of nostalgia. This is a recent purchase, a Ninetales. Why I love this card so much. I've always loved Ninetales. I've always thought that it was a super beautiful Pokemon, super majestic. When I was little, I had like a little Vulpix plush that I loved dearly and for some reason thought would evolve. I was wrong. But Ninetales, just elegant and amazing. The card's in pretty good condition. We thought about going ahead and sending this for grading, so that's why it is not in with its set right now. It is waiting to with our other stack of possible PSA submissions, and right now, like I've said before, we're going to be sending our Cynthia card in for BGS grading, so we're still up in the air about whether or not we're going to send in all to one place or to multiple places. Okay, so here I have 4 cards that are not in English, and they're in plastic, but hopefully you guys can see them okay. This is a adorable little Cubone from the Japanese vending series. They're little Pokemon card vending machines in Japan, and they have adorable little cards like this. My wife saw it online, and she was like cooing over it. She thought it was the cutest thing, so I bought it. And it was probably like $3. So again, not expensive. Just really loved the art and felt like a connection to it, so she wanted it, and I got it. These next 3 they're not expensive, but they're not necessarily cheap. These were a special in Japan the for like an art exhibit. They're promo cards. Munch is an artist and did a painting called Scream. There's like farmland sunset and a guy going like this. So it was recreated on these promo cards. We have 3 of the 5. Here is Rowlet, Psyduck, and Eevee. The other 2 in this set that we are missing are Pikachu and Mimikyu. They are a lot more expensive. I think I paid $35 shipped from Japan for the 3 of these. And then the Pikachu is around $55, and I think the Mimikyu goes for the same, if not more. So I'm going to just stick with these 3 for now, because that's a lot of money for 2 cards. I do have one PSA card to show you guys that I didn't show in my PSA video. This is our most recent PSA purchase. It is a PSA 10 Arceus from Forbidden Light. It is a Prism card. This card is not worth a lot of money. It's not one we bought because we're like, oh, it's worth so much, you know, for resale down the road. If we're going to buy it and keep it. No, Arceus is the god Pokemon, and we have a lot of legendary Pokemon cards and not a lot of Arceus, and I found this for a good price when I was just looking for Arceus cards online. And it's a Prism. I love the Prism cards. I love how they look. I think they're very nicely designed. It's simple, but it still has a like exciting different feel than a normal holo. Alright, and here is my last stack. This is in no particular order, and I'll go through these because I feel like I've been talking for way too long. Alright, this is a Cherish Ball. It is in my favorite stack because this is the first secret rare I pulled on stream, and I pulled it my very first stream before I had my face camera and all that jazz. It was a very, very awkward stream, but very good pull. I didn't even know what I had pulled. The people in the chat had to tell me that it was like the most expensive card in the set at the time. Viridian Forest, and such a pretty card. Love the full arts. It's just so peaceful looking. It's a forest. Very, very nice. Very pretty. Another amazing pull for Unified Minds for sure. So we're hoping to get this one graded as well. Some of these, I guess hyper rare, since they're not really, well, secret rare, since they're not rainbow, can't call them rainbow rare. Some of the rainbow rare and secret rares from all these newer sets are definitely going to be graded so they can stay beautiful throughout our life as collectors. Safe. This is one of my very favorite pulls, also from Unified Minds. My wife pulled this from the other half of the booster box that I got the Cherish Ball out of. I had stopped streaming because I just was so nervous. You could hear my voice shaking when I talked. I was like, I can't stream anymore. I'm just gonna get off here. It was my first time ever streaming. So I went and sat in the living room with her, and she opened the rest of the booster box. And she pulled this, and she pulled a rainbow rare, and then she pulled the Mew and Mewtwo GX, and all kinds of great stuff. So I was like, dang, I should have stayed on stream. Alright. As you all know, by my banner down at the bottom, those are 3 of my favorite Pokemon. So Umbreon, this was the first full art Umbreon card that we pulled. I'm pretty sure I pulled this out of an EX box. I'm not sure which one, but it is from Fates Collide. It is absolutely beautiful. And I love Umbreon, just so majestic. That's one of the cards I'm super, super, super hoping to pull from the Hidden Fates. I've seen so many people pull the shiny Umbreon, and I don't have it yet. Following suit, I have another Umbreon card. This is a first edition holo Umbreon from Neo Discovery. This is probably one of the few expensive cards in the set that's like worth something. I didn't go out and buy this as a single, but this is, I believe, $80 is what TCG Player values it at for market value. And it is very well centered. It's been very well kept. So, alright, and then we have a Hidden Fates card in a shiny Espeon GX. I believe my wife pulled this. Oh, I know she pulled it. But I think this is from the same box where she had 2 GX cards in one pack. I think she got this and the Raichu in the same pack, honestly. But Espeon, very beautiful, shiny. This was the first full art shiny. I lied. That was the second full art shiny we pulled from Hidden Fates. The first one was Naganadel. All right, here we go into the older vintage stuff. This is a Charizard from base set 2, but I love the card. It's beautiful, it's classic. When people say Pokemon, you think Charizard. When you say Pokemon, people think Charizard. It's just something that's always going to be synonymous with the name Pokemon. I mean, you can talk about Pokemon to somebody who knows nothing about it and they'll know about Charizard, but I don't think they're going to know who Arceus is or Espeon or like Stunfisk. So it just is very nostalgic. Another nostalgia trip, Erica's Dragonair First Edition Holo from the Gym Hero set. Gym Heroes is one of my favorite sets. I know I've said that before. You all have seen this, so I'm not going to take it out of the case. I don't want to risk damaging it. It is going to go to BGS this week. And the very last one is one of our 3 or 4 base set unlimited Charizards. This is the best condition we have. The centering is not fantastic. And there is a small white nick here at the top. But other than that, this is a 20-year-old card. This card got us back into collecting. This was a card we bought in a pair with the Dark Blastoise Holo from Team Rocket set off of a gentleman on Facebook. We got the Charizard and the Blastoise for $50. Came home. I was just so excited because I knew this card had value, and then I realized once I started collecting that I'm not going to be in this to resell. So, but it's amazing to have such a sought after card. It's not shadowless. It's not first edition. It's not anything crazy, but it's special. It's special to me. It's what ignited all of this for us. It's basically the reason that I started my channel. It's the reason I started my stream. It's the reason I started my Instagram and have met so many amazing people in the community. So that's the reason that I'm going to have Charizard in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I talk so damn much. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot a card. I totally did forget one. But where did it go? Just going to go through these real quick. Another Espeon, a first edition Espeon from Neo Discovery. Unfortunately, this is not the holo, but still a beautiful card and goes well with our Umbreon. Then these last two, this is a Gold Star Flareon. This is one of my pride and joys. Flareon is probably one of my least favorite evolutions, but the Gold Star cards are just, they're such a thing. They're rare and they're hard to find, and people go nuts over them like the shinies. Then we have a first edition Dark Jolteon from Team Rocket, another one of my favorite sets, and it doesn't hurt it that it's in first edition and in beautiful condition. And this baby we pulled on stream last night from a mystery pack, and I could not believe it. It is a Gold Star Regirock. We paid $15 for this mystery pack and pulled a $125 card, along with about 30 other cards. So, wow. Oh, man, I meant to start with this little set of cards because it wasn't in plastic, but man, sorry. Now it's all jumbled, but at least I'm not like about to cry now. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry I talk so much, but this was requested by a couple people in the comments and then via DM on Instagram. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite cards. I would love to know what some of your favorite cards are, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.